All right, I'm going to read to you Psalm 72, a psalm of Solomon. Okay? We know that Solomon means sun and moon. Solomon was also one of those people that could bind evil spirits like jinn, smokeless beings. Beings without physical, that are just like smoke, ghosts, vapors. And he bound these 72 demons. And he knew how to bind them, and they also built his temple. Solomon's temple is also the same exact shape as a computer chip, so you know. So when you see them talking about the third temple and things like that, they're trying to do like a replica of that, and I don't know exactly what the Jewish people are doing over there, and I know that they're slaughtering animals, which is completely wrong and not to be done outside of the temple, in or around the temple. For whatever reason, they justify it. I justify it this way. You're killing an animal. You're killing an animal with an actual soul. So mostly everything that bleeds, that has a soul. Even plants they're living beings. Even water holds memory and it's living. That's why they call it the living waters. Okay. So the words of the just, they're like living waters. The words of God are as living waters. They give life. Okay? You see a lot of dead things walking around here. We're in the spiritual realm where the dead are actually, are walking around. You don't know it until you talk to them, and you see that they are morally bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt. They have no spirit. They have no spark. They have no soul. And I believe the Noahide laws, they talk about that. Those who were without a spark are to be killed. But anyways, that's a whole nother topic. This is the Psalm of Solomon. I was a 72. There are a bunch of 72s in and around this world. Angels you entertain unaware. Okay? 72 meaning 9. That meaning the 9 ball. 9 ether. Give the king thy judgments, O God, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. He shall judge the poor of the people. You hear that? The poor of the people. Donald Trump, it's the duty and honor of a man with money, or a man in a position that he's in, to spread wealth. It's called the unity of a community. And we are all hurting in different ways. And those who have more, than us poor, well, it's the duty and honor for a rich person to bless a poor person. That's why they were blessed with wealth in the first place. Not to skin the people. Not to, rob the poor. Not to do the things that you see what's going on in the world today. So that much I do agree with Elon. And, as far as that bill goes and things like that, he really, 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 really is proving himself to be the Antichrist. In just many different ways. I listened to a guy named Pastor Paul. I believe his channel is Antichrist 45. You should really, really listen to him. He brings up great points and kind of proves, man, that Donald Trump is the Antichrist and the Leviathan. And, his actions are proving it clearly, because you're robbing the poor and needy. You're laying heavy burdens on the poor and needy. on those who are less fortunate, on the children's, generation. By putting them in so much debt, it's just going to be hard for us to ever get ahead or get by. But we're going to keep trying, even as slaves, we're going to keep fighting this battle to break through these chains, man. And so that one day we can judge the poor, the people, and the children and the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. Man, I wish nothing more than Donald Trump to be stripped of everything. Stripped of everything. He was given everything and never, ever had humility behind him. Never. And hid many, many secrets about himself. And them hiding the secrets behind the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, and you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get revealed. Trust me. Then they shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure. See, solemn moon. And throughout all generations, he shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. And I pray that the sun and the rays from the sun that are in the autumn, I pray that they really purify you and clear any kind of rain that might be going on, and that you get shelter from the storm. And I pray that the righteous do flourish in the abundance of peace, as long as the stars endure. He shall have dominion from sea to sea, and from river unto the ends of the earth. Whether or not this is talking about an individual king, let it be known that this is all about you. Everything is about you. Everything. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. That means you rule over them. You rule over your environment. You rule over basically everything except for Mother Nature. The kings of Tarshish, the isles of the sea, shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. All kings shall fall down, and all nations shall serve him. He shall deliver the needy when he crieth, and the poor also, and him that hath no helper. You see, the poor has no helper. That's why Jesus was sent. There was no help for the poor. He didn't come for the righteous. He shall spare the poor and needy, and shall save the souls of the needy, and redeem their soul from deceit and violence. And precious shall their blood be in his sight. Every soul is precious in God's sight. I don't know who told you that wasn't the case, but is not your soul precious in your own sight? I call you a beautiful one. When I see you, I say, hey, beautiful one. God within yourself, right? God within the body. King of eternity, Lord of everlasting. The eldest son of the womb of Nut. And he shall live, and to him shall be given the gold of Sheba. Prayer shall be made for him continually, and daily shall he be praised. We serve the chief, the Lord of the lofty white crown, the prince of gods and men, Osiris, meaning one spirit, infinitely resurrecting in spirit. And he that have received the crook and flail and the dignity of his fathers. Mighty is he exceedingly, and great in terror is the name of Osiris. And who are we talking about? We're talking about one spirit, infinitely resurrecting in spirit. Infinitely resurrecting in spirit. That means a continuum that goes on and on and on. And behold Osiris, the green man. The green man. The green man who every soul, including your own, has its very being. And let that be known. Thanks for letting me share.